Welcome to the college football playoff. The season's had plenty of ups and downs, but all the drama has led up to this point, the beginning of this 12-team playoff in front of a home crowd and a raucous environment. And our matchup tonight sets up a potential Cinderella story, the last team to qualify for this 12-team playoff on the road against a team that likely believes it should be resting and watching this first-round game on TV. This is a dangerous spot for the home team and a chance for the underdog to spring an upset and move on to the quarterfinals. As we'll see the number 11 seed in this playoff, the Memphis Tigers, taking on the number 6 seed in the playoff, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. And the playoff is here. We've got a tremendous on-campus environment. Can't wait to get this one started. So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. The Texas Longhorns offense comes on the field to open this game. And this quarterback, of course, Kirk, he's the guy that stirs the drink for this team.
You talk about the total package. He runs it, produces it, directs it, acts out all the scenes. He's the whole package. I love a quarterback who understands the ins and outs of a football game. This kid plays like he wrote a manual.
Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
How about this defense? That is called team pursuit. Swarming to this wide receiver on the screen, not allowing him to get his momentum upfield.
Off play action, he's looking to throw. He's going for a big play downfield. The catch is made for a huge pickup. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
You got to be careful of creating one-on-one opportunities against this offense. You start to get your safeties down a little bit close to the line of scrimmage, you're going to create one-on-one chances, and this quarterback is good enough to make you pay for it.
Important second down play coming up. Little eye candy here from the offense and a pre-snap motion. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a first down. The important third down play coming up after that completion. They'll try to run for the first down. Breaks free. Unleashes the stiff arm. That's a strong run. They finally tackle him down at the 4.
Well, that's how you keep the opening drive alive right there. Good, hard, tough running to be able to pick up that first down on the third down conversion.
The Longhorns pick up enough for a first down here. Makes the catch. Can he get in? And he will score. Touchdown, Longhorns. This offense comes out, immediately gets points on the board. Welcome to the playoff.
Man, that's coming out on the field with a purpose. Look, it's playoff time. Everything you prepare for is earned here and now. And that opening drive was the fruits of that preparation.
Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. The Tigers offense comes out for their first possession today. All right, Kirk, let's take a quick look at the impact players for today's game and how they're going to affect the outcome.
These are your leaders on the field and in the locker room. These are your go-to guys, not only when you need a play to be made, but also when you need somebody to rally your team.
Handoff here from the shotgun. They'll stop him at the 34. That will be a first down.
Chris, the thing that I love about this play is the running back showing great patience and then the vision to find that hole and then accelerate through it for a nice gain.
He shreds the tackle. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football, and now it's 2nd down.
It has been a tough first half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only are they down on the scoreboard, but there's really nothing to build around as we get ready to go into the second half.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. But they tackle him after just a 2-yard gain, so it sets up a 3rd and 8.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
They'll change the pre-snap look now. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. It's a quick grab. They've got him, but that completion good enough for 1st down yardage.
Chris, there's a lot of pressure on this offense here early in this game. They're down early, 3rd down and long. Nice job of protecting. The last thing they want to do is have to punt this ball away. So instead, quarterback has time. Nice throw, and it's a 1st down.
They have some space around the 30. They bring him down to the 27. This offense really threatening now.
Well, the scouting report on this running back was that he is an elite ball carrier, and he is proving to be that here early in this game. These first few carries, not only the strength, but the quickness and acceleration to get upfield and get positive yards on display.
They get him down, but the junior with an excellent run there.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see as an offense to open up a football game. Everything seems to be working, whether they're running the football, as we saw right there, able to protect, throw the football with timing and rhythm, everything on full display for this offense to let this defense know they could be in for a long day.
So here comes 2nd down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. A pop pass on the jet sweep. All the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. So with playoff pressure, Kirk, the offense executes a long, grinding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on them. Like this. They're able to sustain a drive and still come up with points and get a touchdown.
He'll bring it out from his end zone. And he's tackled at the 25, same spot it would have been, and he left it in the end zone. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. They had a brilliant touchdown drive last time, mixing the run and the pass. Can they keep that going again? Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Breaking free at the 35. They've got him at the 48, but that's a 1st down.
How about setting the edge there on the right side of that offensive line? I wouldn't be surprised if they keep going back to the well, pounding it behind that right guard and right tackle and tight end, seeing what additional damage they can do.
Quick pass, the catch is made.
Well, it's a game of matchups. Always has been and it always will be, especially on the perimeter. And the quarterback believes his guy is better than their guy.
And the wideout goes in motion. Back to throw. It's yours. And it's going to be incomplete. Defense had a great chance for the pick. Couldn't come up with it.
Pretty nice catch here, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, but hands, sometimes a little questionable, as we saw here.
Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Things just appeared to be a bit out of sync from the get-go on that one. Give credit to the front 7 of that defense for staying in the proper lanes and getting to the ball carrier, not let him dance around and make something out of nothing.
And the punt heads out of bounds, taking a dangerous returner out of play here. And here comes the Tigers offense back out there. In the last possession, the defense just had no answer for this powerful ground game. Let's see what they can do this time. Here's the first play of the drive now. They begin at the 19. Quarterback keeps the football. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Boy, the quarterback does everything right except pitch the football. The defensive end's going to take him, which is great. That's what you want. But you got to get that ball out quicker to not allow that defensive end to make that play.
They lose yards on 1st down, so 2nd and long from the 16. Direct snap to the back. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly.
Well, the defensive coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive. And it's the senior getting home with the sack.
Interesting call here by the defense in their dime set with 6 defensive backs. Instead of manning up and applying pressure on the receivers, they sit back, make it tougher on the quarterback, make him have to read their zone coverage. He gets confused and allows the defensive line to get to the quarterback.
The Longhorns offense takes the field. They were forced to punt it away last time, so let's see if they can get clicking in this possession. Three guys up front lined up. It's first down. And the running back takes the handoff. Just trucks through the defender. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down. Longhorns come up to the line to crank the tempo up here. Well, the big fellow's Kirk flowing to the right there. The defense just has no answer. It's a huge gain.
Yeah, and what a patience there by the running back, just allowing those blocks to be set up there off to the right, and then once he saw the crease in the defense, accelerates through that hole to show you what kind of speed he has for a big gain and a first down. Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
To throw, it's yours. Defense is coming after him. And with nobody open, he chooses to just throw it away. So now it's 3rd and short from the 23. Potential 4-down territory. Let's see what the 3rd down call is. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. And he can't escape. It's a sack for the defense. So on 4th down, they will settle for a field goal attempt.
Well, I love this defense and how they're playing some man coverage. And let's face it, when you do that, it's a bit risky. You can leave your defensive backs out there on islands, but the good combination of good coverage with a good pressure on the quarterback, and you come up with sacks like this.
Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. First down, looking to throw the ball. Caught in the backfield. It's Smith. Good execution. Gets a block and gets the first down. Early on, it's a fun battle on the road to the national championship, deadlocked at the end of one. Let's check out the early stats so far. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. On the run, it's Smith. He's brought down out at the 46.
Because I just love to see this offensive line in this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the first half, so really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action, opens up one-on-one opportunities. Just keep winning the battle up front.
Here's the handoff. They get him down, but he crosses midfield, spot the ball at the 44.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play. Second down play coming up.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here, and he's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
And that broken tackle will earn him first down yardage.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
Memphis getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Here comes a handoff.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. The sophomore with a strong tackle there. So here we go, third down. Defense needs a stop here, trying to force a field goal attempt. It's third down. Quarterback in the shotgun. He's got it near the end zone. And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a first down.
Well, these guys clearly weren't even thinking about a field goal in this one. They know that field goals won't win a game like this anyway, so be aggressive. And now it's first and goal.
And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Memphis. Kicking team on now for the extra point. Look at the blazing speed for that quarterback. Kirk, if you're a defense trying to stop this guy, good luck.
Well, Chris, you remember this week we talked with the offensive coordinator. He talked a lot about how they have run plays on the call sheet specifically for this guy to be able to get loose and make plays. You saw that exactly on this score right here.
Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. No doubt the last drive was deflating. They had to settle for a field goal attempt, but missed it. Looking to pass. It's yours. Snags a quick throw.
Good completion here by the offense. Good timing between the quarterback and his slot receiver. But I really like how this defense, sitting back in zone, is able to get to the football and not allow any yards after the catch.
Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. And he will make the first down. Tackled at the 26.
Boy, just a beautiful hole here opened up by this offensive line. And Chris, the more I watch this Texas running back, the more I'm starting to really appreciate things like his vision and instincts as a ball carrier. You know he's got that combination of power and speed. If you start to watch him run this football, you can see why defensive coordinators around the country are very nervous when they have to go up against him.
The back's got it. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Not much on that play, brought down short.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
The Longhorns will line up to boot it away. And he'll kick it away now for the second time. The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. And the Memphis offense is back out on the field now. Great possession last time. They punched it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? And the drive will begin backed up at their own 10-yard line. Trying the old counter play here. Finding space at the 20. Moves the ball to the 25. Good enough for a first down.
Chris, that last carry puts him now at 100 yards for the game. Well, he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop in front of him, then use that burst to pick up some good gains today.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And he's brought down after a short gain, does not make the first down yardage. So it's third and long from the 29. The defense play coverage or blitz. And the clock stops now for the 2-minute warning. A chance to strategize here before we reach halftime. So it's third and long from the 29. Defense figures to bring pressure here. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. With the catch, it's Bell. Take it down, but not before he makes the first down.
Quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a first down.
Memphis getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Dropping back. It's Boyd. It's an out route. The catch made. Tackle made after a big gain.
Man, Chris, everything seems to be clicking for this offense. And if they can keep this up through all 4 quarters, it could get really ugly by the 4th.
The offense is clicking, and the defense just searching for answers now. Receiver in motion now. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense that they better defend this style of play moving forward.
Grab down the middle. It's Banks. Good enough for first down yardage.
Well, the defense sits back in a zone coverage. Good job here by the quarterback recognizing that soft coverage, and he hits the routine drag route underneath for a first down.
And he's able to find some running room. Nice pickup.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
2nd down play coming up for this offense. They're going to run the option. Pitch to the back. Spins away from defenders. Tackle made, but there's a flag down on the field.
Hold it. Offense.
Costly holding penalty there. Backs him up 10 yards. Now it's 2nd down here. They'll try the option play here. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
The offense has had really good rhythm in this drive, running the ball, throwing the football. It seems like every play has been positive yards until that stop right there by the defense.
And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
Timeout.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. That's reeled in. It's Hansen. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage. And the offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play.
You know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? Their own defense. Man, when I played, I used to have defensive guys come down and tell me when we'd have a long drive how much it would allow them to rest and go out and play dominant football.
And it's a throwaway. It's a good call down here in the red zone on first down.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
He's moving out of the pocket. He throws it away. A smart choice that time. But it will bring up 3rd down. So just before halftime here, out comes the field goal unit. Right down the middle. And that field goal, the final play of this opening half. Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Thanks, Chris. These games, they never disappoint, regardless the score. And this one was filled with excitement and big plays throughout that first half. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on 3rd down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those two stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. That's going to do it for us here at the half. Time to see how this incredible playoff drama plays out. And for that, it's back to Chris and Kirk.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. We get the second half started with the running play. Breaking free at the 35. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Hey, whether it's been on the inside or bouncing things to the outside, this guy has shown you everything that he has to offer, and a big part of the reason why they're enjoying this nice lead.
Finds that big tight end for a short pass. A big hit by the linebacker, able to knock him down.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
That's a nice wrap-up there by the junior.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively. I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
The sure hands. It's Smith. They bring him down, but not before he gains first down yardage.
Well, this quarterback is unflappable. Here they are working with the lead in the second half. Get to a third down. You got to throw the football. This is where you trust the quarterback to make a good decision, an accurate throw. He does it, you convert, and you keep working that clock.
And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Second down after that previous play. And the quarterback dropping back. That's reeled in. It's Hawkins. They get him down, but not before he gets to the plus 38.
The slant is a great way to get the ball to your receiver against man coverage, especially if you feel like you've got an advantage on the matchup. Easy throw and completion for the quarterback and receiver.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
This defense just hasn't had many answers for this running back. Guy's already over 100 yards on the afternoon, but give him credit there. He made a nice play in the backfield.
Seventh play of the drive coming up. Looking for some space. It's Smith. Finds room at the 30. Tackle made at the 24-yard line. This offense really threatening now. Well, this offense continues to roll. We wondered, would this defense come up with some answers at halftime? Not on that play.
No, they've tried to make every adjustment they can. This offense has been very impressive with the way they're able to keep this ball on the ground, churning out big yards. I think they're gaining more confidence, really, as this game goes on.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And here's the handoff. Stopped short of the marker after just a short gain.
You know, in the RPO game, the quarterback's got to make really sound decisions on that read. You either give it when it's the right time or you pull it out and make the throw. Here, I think he's kind of in that gray area, decides to hand it off and at least picked up some positive yards.
Running out of time in the pocket. And a sophomore making an impact play.
I think that was a coverage sack as much as anything. They sat back in a dime defense with 6 defensive backs, and none of them blitzed. They just sat back in coverage, and the defensive line eventually came up with a sack.
And he knocks that one right through. And that will extend their lead even further. Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. Not surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. The Longhorns offense takes the field. They came up empty on the last possession, forced to punt it away. And they begin to click now. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Jukes to get free. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. The Longhorns hustle to the line to run the hurry up. Looking to pass. It's yours. The tight end has got it. Fighting off the defender. Well executed. He finds space and gets the first down yardage.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
And they tackle him, but a nice pickup on that running play. No huddle now for the offense.
Well, much like what we saw in the first half, Chris, in this playoff game, no adjustments. Go right back to giving this running back the football. He's had a monster day and continues to get positive yards.
Longhorns lining up here on 1st and 10. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. On the shotgun, it's a handoff. Running through the tackle.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
Grab behind the line. It's Golden. They make the tackle, but it sets the offense up for a 1st and goal from the 10.
You talk about balance as a play caller. I don't know if it gets much better than what this offense is doing. 3 runs, 3 passes, and all 3 passes have been completions. And now it's 1st and goal.
Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play. 2nd down and goal. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Trying for the end zone, running it right up the gut. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas. He just goes up and over the pile for that touchdown.
And that's some serious vertical by this running back. A well-earned touchdown on the goal line.
And he knocks the PAT right down the middle. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And here's the fair catch by the return man. And here comes the Tigers offense back out there. Looking to build on this lead in this possession. Had to settle for 3 last time out. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for.
Chris, I always talk about this. You can always gauge a team's toughness as a group by how willing they are to tackle with their corners. Here, the corner shows you he's not just out there to cover. Does a good job of being physical and making that play.
Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. They're finally able to stop, and the quarterback brings the big man down. Not easy to do with that size difference. Offense moving closer to the line to gain after that catch. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. And they'll stop him just short of the marker. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's 4th down. Offense going to roll the dice and go for it inside their own 40. Here we go, 4th down. They'll try to run for it. They get him down at the 41, but that's good enough for a 1st down.
Chris, I'll be honest, man. I thought on 4th down and 1, they might be just trying to draw the defense off sides, but they caught me and probably the defense by surprise as well, especially on their own side of the field. Gutsy play call right there to keep this drive alive.
Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. Memphis has the lead here. And as we reach the end of 3, time is running out in this crucial contest for both these programs to stay alive in the quest for a national championship. Let's check out the game summary before we move on. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a 1st down. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, I'm a big fan of the RPO, but it is a dangerous play for the quarterback. You got to make the right decision. On this play, it just seemed like he was a little hesitant, unsure, and it cost him here with an incompletion.
Tackle up near midfield at the 48.
Boy, this back is having some kind of game today. He just continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over 150 yards now, and this defense has no real answers in trying to keep him contained.
On 3rd and short, they try to pick it up on the ground. They get him at the 42, good enough for a 1st down.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line and the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and Just keep working that clock.
This Memphis offense is moving quickly down the field. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Quarterback finds an open target on the left side. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Good job bleeding the clock on this drive so far. They'll come up on a second down. Handoff here from the shotgun. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
Good call here by the offense to be able to pick up this first down. And, Chris, it makes you wonder, with under 3 minutes to go in this game and trailing, the defense sitting back in their base, I thought they might be in a little bit more of an aggressive mindset, turning the blitz loose, trying to create some plays to get the football back.
And then first down, right back to the running game.
Man, I like the run play here. And offensively, at this point in the game, you want to remain in that attack mode first, while also staying in bounds and working that clock.
This drive has already chewed more than 3 minutes off the clock. They'll come up on second down now. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Caught quickly. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down.
How about that play call here, Chris? I mean, I'm thinking they're going to run the football and continue to work this clock. This gives you an idea how much confidence they have in their passing game and this quarterback being able to throw the football with the lead in the fourth quarter, completion, and you're able to keep that clock moving.
They'll try the ground game here with the running back. Defense cannot get this offense to fourth down. Offense continues the long drive. Send the back in motion. A pop pass on the jet sweep. He's got some room. Can he get there? And he will score. Touchdown, Tigers.
Boy, this guy has a knack for the end zone, doesn't he? That's 2 touchdowns for this guy today, and I don't know if he's done yet.
We go with a direct snap. And we're able to get him down.
Defense not fooled at all there. Nice job of stepping up and stopping that 2-point conversion.
Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away.
Texas.
Bringing it out, it's Butler. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. Really excellent possession last time. The mix, the run, the pass kept the defense off balance en route to a touchdown. Caught over the middle. It's Moore. And he will make the first down. Tackled at the 26. Longhorns looking to run some tempo here.
Well, it's another positive play, but, man, look at the clock and look at the score. You still need a couple touchdowns to be able to get yourself back into this game and have a chance to win it. So you got to keep moving here and keep taking those shots downfield.
Makes a quick grab. A huge hit by the linebacker. A collision of big bodies there. And completion makes it second and short.
Well, we just continue to see this defense make great plays, especially with their tackling. And the awareness to understand we're in the fourth quarter, you're trying to keep this offense in bounds so they keep that clock moving.
The Longhorns come to the line to start a fresh set of downs.
Chris, here we are in the fourth quarter. These guys are trailing. Had been a great day, but with this quarterback, he's as gifted as anybody in the country. You never count these guys out.
Grab down the middle. It's Golden. And they tackle him, but not before a huge gain down near the 26.
Now the offense is taking advantage of the defense kind of sitting back with this lead. That's back-to-back plays of big yards. You know, it's a bend but don't break mentality from this defense, but they might want to reevaluate because this offense is moving the ball too quickly down the field.
Pass caught, second down now.
Well, fourth quarter down by a couple of scores. This offense doing everything they can to not just score points, but do it in a hurry, try to preserve the clock. Here, they're tackled in bounds. They don't pick up a first down. Good job with this defense to keep that clock moving.
Longhorns line up with a first and goal. Looking to throw. It's Ewers. Launching one to the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone. Not much on the return, but the defense comes up with a takeaway.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
First down here, the offense has time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. And they'll work the clock here by keeping it on the ground. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. And that's the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to work the clock, getting closer now to an impressive victory. After the first down loss, it's 2nd and long from the 17. Tailback with another carry. And the defense brings him down. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible.
Well, this is a huge third down coming up here, and here's where that chess match comes to head. And for the defense, they desperately need to make a play if they believe they have any chance of coming back to win this game.
This is a big third down play coming up. If they can get the stop, you have to believe we'd see a timeout. And the quarterback keeps it here. They make the stop just short of the marker. It's going to be 4th down and inches to go. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. And the call is a quarterback sneak. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible.
Well, they roll the dice and go for it here on 4th down, late in the game with the lead, and they get it. Good job by the offensive line. The running back knew exactly where to go, and this one may be out of reach.
Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games, but you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can do next week.
Welcome, everyone, to Deutsch L. Perry Stadium, home of the Bowling Green Falcons, where the fans have been prepping and fired up since early in the day for this one. What a matchup we have today. Momentum has been building each and every week, and now these two undefeated teams will square off. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the South Florida Bulls, taking on the winners of 4 straight, the Bowling Green Falcons. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Bulls will put toe to leather and will get started. Offense getting set for first down.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
He wants to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And that is how you silence this raucous crowd. Defensively on the road. First drive of the game, setting the tone, getting a huge sack on 3rd down.
No fair catches here, looking for room. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Brown will throw it. Buys a little extra time. Caught. Stumbled to the ground. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, Dave.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
They'll try to run for it. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
They stop him just a link or two short of the 1st, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go. On 2nd down, wants to throw. It's complete to the right. Got some room, entered to the goal line. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal. And the Bulls have this offense rolling.
1st and goal. USA.
Pushes ahead. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive, if he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, South Florida. Just blinding speed. Speed that almost paralyzes defenders.
When you got a quarterback with that much speed, you got to find tricky ways to put more speed on the field, spy the quarterback with somebody that's really, really fast. And even when you do, a lot of times he still makes plays because he's that dang fast and that explosive.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So that drive didn't have to cover a lot of ground, going 47 yards. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. They'll send the offense onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
They're going to ride this running back.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Quarterback on the keeper. A confident, tough, efficient run. Gets it up to the 44.
Well, he chews up yards. That was really quick, really decisive. Design quarterback runs are very difficult to stop, and you can tell he's got some ability to make big plays. And thank goodness they got him on the ground and it wasn't a bigger play than it could have been.
3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. Wide receiver coming across in motion. To the ground to try to move the chains. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
Well, they needed 2 yards to get that first down. That's exactly what they got. Great job of execution.
No secret about it. Just got to be physical, get a hat on a hat, low man wins, all the cliches to get that 3rd down and short.
Catch in the middle, it's Hogan. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots in zones. You got to get him involved.
He's going to pass. Using his legs to buy some time. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He fires one deep over the middle. Intercepted. Trying to take it back. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
Makes the catch, and he's brought down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
He'll do it himself. Got the first down and more. And he'll avoid the tackle.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea. Because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around, that make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense, creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
South Florida, 7, Bowling Green, 0.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Brown wants to pass. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell.
A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28, and it's third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to get to it. Buying some time. Keeps it and gets past the chains. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Bulls are moving quickly down the field. The corners are walked up tight. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Bulls! That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Bowling Green has it back. The Falcon offense will go to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Off play action. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Couldn't find his man last time. Now they'll have to convert 3rd and 4. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick strike complete. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you have a prominent jawline and an urgent resolve. They'll go for it. The Falcons get it past the sticks.
4th and inches for me is a green light anywhere on the field. I'm going to run the football. I'm going to be physical. I'm going to go to my play. I know I can get it. I like the play call on 4th and inches to go for it.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Less than a yard to go to pick up the first down. They'll run the toss. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
Well, short yardage situation, they decide to go with the toss play. And nice job up front, getting a little bit of push. That's all they needed to get that first.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends in an interception, but it's quarterback. And now you throw another one, in harm's way. You got to make sure you're throwing to the open guy. Make sure you're taking care of that football. We can't have any more turnovers.
This offense has a 2nd down play. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And the ball is picked off. Got some room to run. The 30. He's at the 20. Touchdown, USF. defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Duke is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Daniel Jones, this offense is not guaranteed to just keep scoring points today. They're up by a field goal over Virginia. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Bowling Green has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Now on the option. He'll pitch it. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one.
Second down coming up.
Just feeds the running back. Nifty run there. Pickup of 6 out to the 25.
Listen, I know that's not a huge gain, but those run plays add up. They make you tackle the back every single play. Physically, you have to get some guy on the ground. It takes its toll throughout a fourth-quarter game.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Feeling some heat. And he can't make the connection on his first attempt. Let's see if he settles down.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
You want to talk about aggressive or nuts? This offense is staying on the field inside their own 30. The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs.
It's really early in the game right now, and if it's 4th and short, 4th and medium, maybe I see going for it, certainly. But 4th and long, that's a situation I think you got to punt and just let the game play out. Trust your defense a little bit more.
What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulls.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And the extra point makes it 28-0. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
28. Bowling Green, 0.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23.
Will take over 1st and 10.
Bowling Green has it back. The Falcon offense will go to work. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Looking for room. It's Stewart. And he could not get loose on the run.
Nice job by the defense, just being very sound, understanding what they were seeing, and going and getting it. A lot of times these running backs force missed tackles and make you miss and make big plays. This defense did a good job of not letting that happen.
Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. Looking to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. And the Falcons want to move quickly.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than convert it.
And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close.
And that is your job. The O-line has to protect their quarterback. That's the most important position on the field. You got to make sure you keep him upright. You got to do a better job.
Forced out of the pocket. On the run, fires downfield.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. Pressure coming. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. They've already gone for it a couple of times on 4th down, converted once. Looks as if they'll try a 3rd. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unleashes one deep. Throw into the end zone. It's picked off. Bringing it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Well, I think it's pretty safe to say this guy's going to be getting a helmet sticker. That now his 2nd interception of the game. He has just been lights out here today.
South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Brown will throw it. Buys a little time. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. And the Bulls want to crank the tempo.
On the play. Good enough.
The offense will quickly use a timeout.
Timeout, South Florida.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the right. It's caught. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Bulls have it with a 1st and 10. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Spits it out to the back. He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, South Florida. I mean, the way this team has dominated this game, impressive to say the least.
And it's cool now because you're kicking the crud out of them so bad, you start to put the backups in, and all them get to get juice and get to get some playing time, get some feel good. And the other side, well, they're just taking it right to the face.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Going for it all. Heaves it into trouble, and he finds trouble with the pick. He'll try to take it back. He's inside the 40. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
With the score, South Florida 35, Bowling Green 0.
The Falcons will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. No shot to return that one as he boomed it. The end zone. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Brings up second down.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. On the option. He'll toss it. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection.
And that's a first down for the offense.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8.
29 Philly.
The give to the back. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on 3rd down from the 43. It's complete to the left. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
This is exactly why 3rd down is practiced every single day. 3rd and short, 3rd and medium, 3rd and long. It's money down for a reason. You got to lock in. Great success by the offense so far on 3rd down.
Handoff from the gun. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Fires to the tight end. Across the 25, he's got room. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
It's amazing in college football, the tight end position and how much has changed. Back in the day, you're a blocking guy, maybe you catch a flat route. Today, these guys have athleticism, and you just saw it from that dude after the catch on that last one.
They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. A 1st down run in the red zone. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
He's tackled at the 5-yard line. It's now 2nd and goal.
The big fellas line up in a goal line defense. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. The run up the middle, looking for the score. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines. It stands on the result of the play. About to have the ninth snap on this drive. You don't want to settle for a field goal. Snap it to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And decision time coming for this offense. How about the defense? They've hung in there, Palmer, made him earn it all the way down. Now, are you going to go for it on fourth down?
Yeah, you know, after running so many plays offensively on the drive, I know it'd be disappointing to only walk away with a field goal, but you'd feel even worse if you went for a touchdown and didn't get it. I think you kick it right here.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Duke is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Daniel Jones, this offense is not guaranteed to just keep scoring points today. They're up by a field goal over Virginia. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down.
All right, not ideal. Right, not ideal. You're an offense. You want to get a good kickoff return, but you're starting inside your own 10. Now come out, set the tone. Get some high percentage completion. You might not go with that script you had because you thought you might have a little better field position, but you just get some few first downs, get that first down right now.
Bowling Green has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Drives into the pile just to pick up a 1. They'll spot it at the 10.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
How about that effort to get it out across the 20? They'll mark it at the 21. It's a first down.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. The defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
Comes out throwing on first down. Going to try to get it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space.
Offense goes toss play to the right. Now, defensively, if you're going to stop these perimeter runs, your DBs better be able to get off blocks and go make the tackle. And right now, the secondary, they look like they're struggling trying to handle the run game.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Snag in the end zone. Touchdown, Falcons.
How about the bomb, the long field all the way across the field. Big time play, big time throw. Receiver runs underneath it, takes it to the house. Huge play for this offense.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they closed the deal with a 58-yard touchdown pass. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. So last time, David, they ate up some clock, ran a bunch of plays, but settled for the field goal.
Yeah, but they're still up, Reese, and I like where I'm at. And if I'm on offense right now, my job is to put another long drive together, eat more clock, and get another score.
Just got to be better in the red zone this time around. When they get down close to the goal line, you need better execution to put a touchdown on the board here.
4-2 Spider.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, South Florida 38, Bowling Green 7.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break.
Here we go.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
And David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop it?
There's nothing more demoralizing as a defensive lineman because it ticks you off. It gets in your head. You know that guy's going to come off and smack you, and you got to do something about it. I think the defense maybe time to start committing more guys to stopping that run, not worrying about the pass as much.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back.
The ball carrier is the running back. Marked down at the 44. Brings up.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Trying to get the edge on the toss. Still on his feet at the 45. Afterburners coming. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
And right there you see the key to this football team's success. Not just offensively, they rip off explosive plays. That's why they've been winning games here as of late. They can get chunks at a time. They've got playmakers all over the field.
Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. They'll run it on 1st and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And down here near the goal line, you got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it again. Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical. And on that situation on the 1-yard line, the defense brings so many guys. Palmer gets in the backfield, creates the negative play.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the overall athleticism of this defense. They've got guys flying to the ball.
That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running.
Bowling Green 7.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Bowling Green has it back. The Falcon offense will go to work. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Gonna take a shot. Brings it in down the left side. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Might be looking to run. And it's caught! Touchdown, Bowling Green! The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but you've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle and build for next week.
There's always positives, and coaches are always looking for those things that we did well. What did we do well so we can do more of it in the future? We're finding some things here late that they did well.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He'll keep it himself. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Quarterbacks like this are what makes college football so special today. It seems like we see these unbelievably athletic quarterbacks all across the country, week in and week out, making plays like this. Guys that are true dual threats, that can hurt you not only throwing it, but can hurt you running it as well.
They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
Well, I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
From the gun, running back gets to give. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Shakes off the defender. And the Bulls send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. The Bulls will send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. Waves the arm for the fair catch, and the catch is made close to the 30-yard line. Bowling Green has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if they just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, you're talking about.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Fresh set of downs after the completion. They'll throw it on first down. On the run, still looking. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And he's got it at the 20. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there competing.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. The throw. Catch in the middle. It's Garcia. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Timeout called by the offense. Clock stopped with 21 seconds left. The receivers telling the quarterback what they see. They'll run play action. Pulls it in. It's Hogan. Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
And the Falcons have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. From the gun. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
Man, this defense did a perfect job understanding the situation. You know you got the lead. You know they're going to be passing. And you come after the quarterback, get the big hit. You get pressure on the quarterback, good things happen, and they make the big INT.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Quarterback will take a knee. The defense can stop it one more time, but we are close to being all she wrote. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep going on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players. More physical. They were faster, and it showed today.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.